Hey rescue supporters and horse lovers. I'm here with Simon walking today. So let me give you a little bit of what's going on with our friend Simon. We've had a lot happening at the barn and I want to catch you up a little bit, but with him, he plays with his neighbor in turnout and he plays kind of rough. I kind of feel like he's an instigator, kind of a pain. Him and Bo get along, kind of like pesky brothers, but this one's pesky. He injured himself playing. We have a suspensory ligament injury on a hind leg, which means for rehab, we've done some shockwave therapy over the past 6 months, and I have the lovely duty of hand walking daily. Hand walking, this guy who's on stall rest is not my idea of fun. He doesn't understand why he has to be in his stall 24/7, right? And you get him out and he's kind of squirrely, he's kind of wiggly. So I'll show you what happens. Oh gosh, especially if we have a day of rain and he doesn't get walked and then it's all cool and wet and he's feeling fresh. Oh, it's a handful. We've come to an understanding. Sometimes I feel like it's a little dangerous if he rears up and hooves are flying at me, or he's tried to kick at me a couple times. Not cool. He knows he's not supposed to do that, but you can't get after him too much because you don't want the leg injured, right? So we're here, we're in rehab and my hands are tied. You can only do so much, but overall, he is being a very good patient. He's doing great. So should we show them some of the days where you give me a fright, where you're a little crazy? Okay, we'll show them. All right. No. No. See, that was nothing scary. You're just doing that just 'cause. Okay, be gentle on your leg. No, 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 you're gonna, no, no. All right, let's move. Don't you put your lips on me. You get in trouble for that. All right, I am walking Simon with the chain, so he will pay a little bit more attention if he starts doing something that I feel unsafe about. He's not gonna mean to hurt me, but he gets a little squirrely out here sometimes. So, you know, without that self-exercising and turnout, he's not allowed to turn out right now. He has to stay in his stall. So without that release of any, you know, extra energy or playing with Bo out there in turnout or something, he's got to release it somehow, which sometimes is towards me or playing rough with me, which I don't love. I don't super appreciate that because you outweigh me by a lot and your hooves are hard. So let's walk and see what we get today. I'm him kind of lead me right now because we do this at the beginning. He's going to pick a spot to roll and then I will make him walk next to me instead of leading me around here. But he always likes to roll. I don't know. There you go, bud. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, you gotta calm down or else you're gonna hurt your leg. So this is the difficult part, is he just feels good and wants to go, which is good. I guess his leg's not hurting today. Okay, okay, I know, we'll jog a little bit. So at the beginning he could only hand walk. Now we can hand walk and hand trot a little. It's just hard to keep him. See, he's kind of wanting to, like, let's go, let's go. So I hope this camera angle is going to help you a little bit so you guys can see this. Okay, wait for me. Turn. Yeah, don't do any funny business. Be a gentleman. Okay, can you just put your nose out straight? For those of you who are noticing, why the heck am I on the right side of him? Because everything we do with the horse is always from the left side. So I've been at this for 6 months with him, daily walking, jogging. For the first probably almost all of it, I just maybe 4 or 6 weeks ago started coming to the right side. So I was on his left side, and his head, his nose comes over by me, as you'll kind of see as we do some of these. And so he was bent to the left more, and then coming up with a little bit of tightness through certain areas of his back and at his pole and his neck. So I thought, all right, why not just switch it up, come over to the right side. Now he brings his nose over here and kind of like tries to, you'll see him kind of try to like put his lips on me, which he's very, like, he's like a very touchy horse, and I'm just trying to get him like out of my space. And he tries to play with the lead rope, and this has been a whole interesting journey for he and I. We had to do a little bit exploring what was wrong with him, but when we had it narrowed down to a suspensory ligament injury, the vet gave me like 6 weeks of something to do. And then after the first 6 weeks, everything looked good, and he gave me 6 more weeks. And then it kept going and kept going. And I told him, oh, it's a good thing you didn't tell me at the beginning that this is a 6 to 9 month layup, because I would have been devastated. And probably, it just sounds so long. Oh my gosh, to have your horse cooped up for 6 to 9 months. So something that stuck out in my mind that the vet had said was, what did he say? He said in vet school, they memorized it by a tendon's a 6-letter word, so it takes 6 months to rehab that injury. Ligaments, 9 letters, takes 9 months. So we know that tendons and ligaments have poorer blood supply, so they do take longer, even in humans. I come from a background of sports medicine, so all of human stuff I can relate over to horses. Much of it's the same. And so the 9-month layup, had I heard that at the beginning, I think I would have been, I don't know, not ready for the whole thing. I've never taken a horse through a layup like this. It's hard. For those of you who have done this, hats off to you, because my gosh, it's hard. There have been some days in tears that I'm just like, I can't. You just worry about every little thing now, because if he re-injures it, you're back to square one, and I would be devastated if I had to go back to square one. So, you know, he doesn't know that he's okay. So he can go under saddle at a walk, but only part of the time. On a lunge line, he gets all excited and starts to run around, so that's not really an option right now. If he's healed enough, then he can start to be lunged. Maybe it's just, you know, that fine line of what do you let them do, still heal the rest of the way, to where hopefully at the end you have a normal horse again. Okay, be nice. Okay, look forward. There you go. I don't know what all the head business is about. Okay, I'm trying to run so you guys can see, so I'm looking at him. Straight ahead. Much different than running with your dog. So I had a bit of time in the past with this where it was like all hands on deck. I had this anxiety that he was gonna run me over, hurt me, not pay attention, spook at something. Why you gotta jump? Does it not feel good? There you go. Lovely. Did it. So weird. So weird. Oh, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Yeah, get as dirty as possible. All right, we have lead rope over your ear. Feel better? You're big on the ground. There you go. Now you're nice and dirty. Look at your forehead. That's funny. Go straight ahead. Straight. Ouch. Are we happy today? All right, as soon as Gracie. So calm today. I like this version of you. Dust ball, dust ball. Big filthy goof. Really? Really? Simon, do you have an itch? I want to tell you guys what was happening with Simon in his stall 24/7. 6 months to 9 months is where we're going here. We're 6 months in on this, and he was getting, well, he just has extra energy. So whatever, so a horse could be out here lunging or exercising and he wants to come out and play, but he'd run around in his stall and kick the walls. And then we'd have like a rainstorm and he'd be kicking the walls, and we'd kind of just anything where he was just feeling fresh and he had to just stand in there. I mean, I get it. He's only allowed 20 minutes of hand walking, right? So we've gone over that part. So what I was trying to get when the vet and I were talking on one of his checkups, and I'm like, well, what can we do? He's just kicking. So what was happening is he was kicking with this left hind. It's just his favorite leg to kick with, and he would swell on the left hind. So we're rehabbing the right hind, but then I was ending up with swelling constantly almost on the left hind from him kicking these walls. So the vet suggested a kicking chain, and that's what is on Simon's leg right here. So let me show you how this kicking chain works. I really like this one. It's a Dennis Moreland, and I looked at some others that just had poor reviews. Sorry, it doesn't look like I can do this one-handed. Oh yeah. I'm trying to show you and out. There's no buckle to break or anything, and this thing's so sturdy. I've really liked it. I'm just trying to one-handed show you how this comes off. Okay. So I know not everybody loves the idea of using these, but here's the thing. With a kicking chain, it just stays on him all the time in his stall. And to me, I'm okay trying this because it's just enough of a deterrent that when he kicks, the chain kind of whacks him on the leg. So it's just a natural consequence. I'm not doing it to him. Some people think these things are awful. I don't know. It's something that I was willing to try, and it seems to be for the most part working for him. I've got that leg pretty much down, not swelling anymore. He'll stock up a little bit, but with exercise, that stocking up goes down. That's fine. I just needed him to stop kicking, and the trauma of the impact on it. He was nailing these walls. Even in the cross ties right here, I have some pretty big dents, and that's a good size one. He just has never done this before until this layup. So we're trying this. I also had a problem where he was stepping on the length of the chain that drags on the ground. He was stepping on it with his other hind leg, and then like going to move and kind of pulling every time he'd try to move the leg that this was on, it was pulling. And I thought, okay, is that contributing to his swelling not going down? So I bought this one, and I decided to stop using this one. We tried this for a month or so instead of the other one. So this sits up on their hock. I'm going to show you how this one goes on. So I had it a little tighter than this, but basically, and then the keeper strap goes through. So then this was sitting up here, and the chain doesn't hit the ground. Let me actually put it on how I was. Okay, so then we tried this one for a little bit, and that just sits like that, and then the chain wasn't dragging on the ground, so he wasn't stepping on it with the other leg, and I thought this might be better. But then I decided no, he was still stocking up on this lower leg, and he kind of started to get like a rubbing sore where this strap was rubbing where it sits. So I went back to the other one. So does he still kick even with the kicking chain on? Yes, he does, but very infrequently. So it must just give him enough of a little bit of a hurt, a sting or whatever, that he'll stop the kicking for the most part. So yep, he still does it every once in a while, but that seems to be helping. And so now I can get on him and actually do the under saddle walking that we're supposed to be adding. Now that I've got that left hind leg swelling under control. So that's the rundown on the kicking chain. How are you today? You have such soft lips. You know, you look like a dog, you silly goose. You. Can you guys eat carrots? Here's some lettuce. See if you can peck at these. With all the horse poop I'm around all day and I step in chicken poop. Whoopsie.